Okay guys, I'm going to do a tutorial. Well, not really a tutorial. I'm just going to do a process video of not decorating, but covering my loaded envelope with the easel. You know, don't feel the need to watch unless you want to. So we've got our loaded envelope, or the base, I should say. And we've got, you know, the easel put on and the paper covered. And like I said, I'm probably going to end up cutting some of this off unless I find something that just fits in all that space. So we probably have some extra. And I am using the, let's see here, Love Clippings collection by Prima. I think it's their latest one, I want to say. So I want to go through. This is, I'm going to get a sheet of each. Here, I usually buy 2 sheets when I'm getting a 12 by 12, especially if I really like it. So let's see here, I can't tell. There we go. And I did buy an extra sheet of the ones that had the tags. So let's see here. Oh, I just saw this is Frank Garcia. I wasn't sure if it was his or not. Let's see. Got the hearts. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I was trying to figure this out. I had it all mixed up. I thought I had it in order. Okay. Okay, is this not the same? Okay, it's not. It has the, see, it has the polka dots, but this one has more, so that's not any help if I'm looking at that side, is it, guys? Okay, let's see here. Let's put this with this, and got one of these, and one of these. Okay, so put this back, grab one of these. Like I said, I don't know what I'm using. I'm just pulling one of each, so I don't, you know, I'd like to use as much of this as I can on this. So, I guess you're kind of getting a flip through. There's that. Front and back of that one. And there's the front and back. So it's very vintage and shabby and really pretty, I think. Okay, I've got 2 of those. And did I just get 2 of those? I must have. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me grab one of these. And there's another cut apart page. So there's that. I thought I had picked up 3 of those, but I hadn't. So no big deal. Okay, and then I did pick up this sheet at the scrapbook store. Hobby Lobby probably had it, but I wanted to make sure it matched. And then she also had this trim I thought was really pretty. And she had made some tags with this paper and used the trim. It doesn't match, like, you know, perfectly, but it looks really good with it. So I had to get me some of that. And, you know, it's great to support your local stores too. So I'll do a little plug. So now I just want to figure out what I want to put. You know, I want to cover the front with something, you know, that I like, but I like using the really pretty, you know, on that very front pocket, the front 2 pockets. So let's see here. Pretty paper. Okay. I'm wanting to use that heart, so I probably want to put it on the front, one of the front pockets, and put that there. And let's use one that, you know, it's pretty, but it doesn't, you know, it will look good at the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this at, you know, our envelope is 6 inches wide. So I want to cut this at probably, let's see, I'll show you. Okay, like 5 7/8. Let's see here. I don't have anything to point with. But this is a, well, it's a Stampin' Up. So it has like 16 little lines from, you know, from 1 inch to the next. So like there's your 5, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you've got 16 lines, and I want to do 7/8 of the teeny lines are 16, and then of the bigger lines there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I want to do 5 7/8, I think. So I'm just going to go to that 7th line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's where I'm going to cut that at. So hope that was in frame. Because I know some people, I have some friends that they have trouble measuring and remembering, and I do too. And then I'm just going to cut this at about 4 inches, because it doesn't need to go all the way down your page, because we're not going to see it when we put our, you know, we start putting our pockets on. So I really like the look of that there. And I'm just flipping it over to see. So there we go. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this and put it down. Since I'm demonstrating, I'm going to use glue because it is a little more forgiving than if I just put a bunch of it, you know, like score tape or ATG, you know, gun or tape runner. This way I can have a little bit of time because I can't quite reach my table with my camera set up. So I'm just eyeballing the top there. So I think that turned out pretty good. Now I will use score tape on my pockets, and if you've watched my tutorial, you know I cut the corners on the pockets. Fold those over, score them with my fingers. I know I have, like, you know, a bone folder, but I hardly ever use it, and I work on top of my cutter. Can't get my words out. And that on there. It tore off a little long, so. Okay, whoops. So let's take this off. Trash can over here. I'm just peeling off the tape, or the backing to the score tape. And let's see here. I think I'm going to bring this up just a little bit from the bottom. Just about 1 inch. And we're going to lay one side down and make sure it's lined up, and then push it down. And then we'll come over here and kind of, you know, line this up and then push it down. That way we'll get a good, you know, a nice, generous pocket. Okay, let's see here. Now what do we want to do? I kind of like that. That's really pretty. I might put that on the back or the front. Let's see. I'm going to lay that piece there. Let's see. Oh, that's tags. Let's see here. What do we want? We just need a little bit of something to peek out. I think I'm going to do this. I can get a hold of it. I think I'm going to do this one. I really like that. But I'm going to cut it. I want to cut it at the 6 inches first. That way I can use those tickets. Okay. See the tickets? If I would have cut, you know, at my 5 7/8, it would ruin the tickets. So I'm cutting the tickets off. I want to use those. And let's see what I want to use. I think I want to do it here. I want the roses because I'm wanting to do the hearts at the bottom. So I'm just going to trim this up. Okay. Trim that. Bring it back over. Got that. And I want to use this to kind of break it up a little bit. Oops. Forgot to cut it at the 5 7/8 after I cut it down. Sorry about that. Okay. Just squeeze a little bit of glue on there. Okay, my video stopped, so luckily I caught it so we didn't miss too much. So we want to just, I've put the score tape on my small pocket, and I'm going to put line this side up. Just do it like we did the big pocket. Line the side up, push that down. It's along the bottom edge. We're gonna push that down and then line it up over here on the edge and then push it down. And that gives us a nice generous pocket. And I want to use, let's see, where did it go? The heart paper on this. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it at 5 7/8. And I forget how big this pocket is. It is not quite 4 1/2. So I'm going to do 4 1/4 for it. I think that'll work out. And that'll work. Pull it down just a tad. There we go. And if it's not perfect, you know, we can always put ribbon or trim, and by the time we decorate it, if it's not quite perfect, it'll be okay. Because I do want to use some of that gorgeous bling trim that I bought. Okay. Just push that down like so. Okay. And then we want to cover this portion of the loaded envelope. So this will be, we're going to cut a piece at, let's see, 5 7/8 by 8 3/4. And I think I'll just use, let's see, let me hang on to that sheet. I don't know if I want to put that one there. You're not really going to see this piece, so let's see. Let's use one that I've got that I bought the 3 sheets of, I think. Trying to find one that doesn't really have much on it. We'll go with this one. It has the dots on the back. We'll do 5 7/8 by 8 3/4, and then I just have to pull out the little arm for this. Let's see. So what we've got, okay, it's just the same, so I'm not cutting off anything, you know, like really pretty that I don't want to cover. Okay, and then we'll just glue it on there and fold it, or let me see where the score marks. I think it should be, okay, 4 inches. We'll just run a score line down there just to go ahead and get it in the crease. Well, that did not measure. I didn't measure it right, I guess. Okay, 4 1/2. That's what I thought, but okay, I'm back. I lost, I think, from covering the part, like, here's the front, and then you just kind of flip it back, so it's like the inside of the easel. So I've covered it, and now I'm getting ready to cover the back. So, and I accidentally bent my chipboard, which is not good. And I did go ahead and put some of this over that because it's starting to crease really bad. And it's document repair tape. And from what I understand, you can use this in place of your Tyvek. Because it just, as you can see, it just bonds really well and it's sticky. The only thing I don't like about it, it is really hard to get the tape from the roll. So once you do that, you're good. But this is what it looks like. Here, whoops. And I try to keep it peeled back, you know, so I can just grab a hold. It almost feels like a rice paper. It's sticky, and it, you know, you just peel it off and cut your desired amount, then peel it off. So that's what I put over top of that, because that hinge there is going to be used, you know, when you're opening and closing the easel. So once again, this is, okay, so here we are. We've got this easel, and my camera was full, so I didn't get covering that. So now we're just covering the back and the bottom. And I did cut a piece that I wanted to use. What do I do with it now? There it is. I think, no, that's not it. Oh, I lost it. Oh well. I cut a piece that I wanted to put here for my stopper, but I'm still thinking about cutting that off. So I need to make up my mind pretty quick. And I did go and pull a bunch of lace and trims to decorate with, so I've got that. I'm thinking if that's not quite long enough. Let's see how long that one, nope. Let's see here what I want to cover the back of it with. Now I may just use the hearts because it will go down all the way. I do believe. It's bugging me where I lost that. I cut a piece for the one spot and I can't find it now. Let's see here. Let me look again without frantically searching. There it is. Okay. I wanted to use that piece like as my stopper with the few roses there, and then I'm going to do some flowers and things. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use this piece for the back of the easel. So I want to cut it at, it should be 9 inches. Do you believe? Let me just double check. So 9 inches, and I want to do 8 3/4. Or no, wait, I want to go bigger than 8 3/4. I want to do 8 7/8. I just like a little tiny edge around it, and then we're going to do our 5 7/8, which has been our standard width for, you know, our pieces that we're putting on. Let's see here. It's going to sit like that, so I want to put the hearts going up the right way. Oops, my glue's got a little bit dry, I guess. You can see how it's kind of stringy sometimes. Okay, there we go. Turn it over. I'll make sure it's lined up here. And I did forget to score it, but it'll be all right. Let's see here. Just work with it. So I'll just take my bone folder and just make sure it, because I forgot to score it before I put it down. So I think we're going to be okay. And it goes like that, so we're good. Then we want to put a piece down here, but like I said, I still can't make up my mind how big. Oops, oh, I lost my piece again. Oh, there it is. So I might as well, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it, because if I take it off, then I'm going to have to redo the front, cover it and everything. So I think we're just going to go ahead and leave it that big. It'll be all right. Now, let's see. That's not long enough. I hit, let's see here. And this is the bottom. I'm tempted just to go ahead and use, I'm just going to put some solid color cardstock since it is the bottom. Save the pretty for the front. Okay, just grabbing another piece of my crumb cardstock. Whoops, I'm so sorry. I've knocked you guys all over the place today. So we want to do 5 7/8. My cutter explained it, it sounds like. And it should be 9 inches, but I always like to check and make sure. Yeah, 9 inches. So we're going to do our 8 7/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down there, and I'm going to take another piece and just glue over the hinge where I put the tape. We'll just cover that up with that. Well, actually, I'll probably use a pretty piece so you can see on top. Make sure this isn't it. I cut one that was too small. Oops. I'm a messy crafter, sorry. Okay, so we're going to put this down on the back. And I saved that little piece because it's just got the perfect trim piece of heart, so who knows. It would look good on a tag to glue it down. So we'll hang on to that piece. Normally I would throw it away, but since it's got the hearts on there perfectly, we'll leave it for now. Okay. Hold that down. Okay. And then we'll take a piece to cover this up. I'm just going to cut a 4-inch piece, or 4.5-inch piece. So we're going to score at 2 1/4 and 2 3/8. Lay this down. Okay, let's glue it. Don't want that side or that side. Might as well use a pretty side, the blingy side. Okay, cover it with glue. Have your score marks match up with where the seam is. See here, and then it just needs to fold like this. Fold it front, and then we'll fold it back because it's going to do that as well. Or no, it's going to go like that. Okay. So it's like this, and you just flip it up like that, and it goes flat. And then, like I said, the one lady that made one like it, she put magnets so this decorative piece could come off, and it would fold flat. So, I did find my magnets, so we'll do that. Just getting it where it's not puckered. Just kind of have to work with it. I am not a mini album maker by any means, so just do this here, get it to work. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we've got the back covered and the front. So it's like this. So that's the front. And then there's the sides. Whoops. And there's the back. Okay, so we have it covered. And I need to get my magnets and figure out if that's what I'm going to do, or I may just use Velcro so it won't be as bulky. I'm trying to decide. Thinking about the Velcro. Whoops, sorry. Just going to use some Velcro I bought at the Dollar Tree. Okay, just see here. I usually just fold them over and attach them. Let's see here. I only want 4, so I'm going to cut one off. here to put up later, so I've just folded them over. I think I need to get a new camera holder. This one is wanting to mess up. Okay. So I'm just opening these up. There we go. Oops. That one's stuck. Okay, so we've got that, and I'm going to bring this over. I'm just going to line it up and then set it down. Make sure it's straight. And then it's almost like pop dots too, because then it gives it, you know, makes it a stopper too. So you can't really see where it is. So there's that part. And we've got it covered. We just need to decorate it now. Okay guys, I'm back. Like I said, I grabbed some trims and we're going to start decorating the envelope. So it kind of doesn't want to stay down, but I usually take and wrap them in tulle when I'm done so it'll, you know, stay down. Plus when you get some weight in it, it should stay down then. But I really like the easel because then it can stand up and you can display it and, you know, lay it flat. Okay, so I want to put this one here, but it's a little bit too long. Or too wide, I guess, whichever you want to say. So I'm going to take and just like snip it a little bit so I think I'm just going to do it where I can slide the flower over a little bit. Let's see if that's going to work. And just kind of do that a little bit on each side. So I'm just actually going to probably cut it off. Let's see here how it's on there like this. I see it now. And this trim, I just got in a swap with Heather Jackson, and I did find this. I guess it looks very similar off of eBay. So I ordered me some more because it's really, really pretty. It's right up my wheelhouse. So okay, I'm trying not to cut the chiffon flower. Okay, so kind of like that, and then we're going to glue the other flowers back on. Okay, so I've got my glue gun on here, and I'm just going to take and put a little dollop in the middle of each of those flowers on the back of it. And I usually burn myself, and I just did. So hot. It's been on for a while, so let's get that piece down and bring that piece back up. Kind of slide this over. There we go. And put the flower back on. So you can always usually make it work. And glue this one on here. Try to, whoops, scooch that over too far. Let's see. Get this over that way. It's still sliding, so play with it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's a little bit better. Hot glue on my fingers. I'm trying to get it off. Sorry. It's like, can't stand that feeling. And then I've had this trim in my stash for a really long time. That's what it looks like. So I think I want to put it, actually put it there just for something different. Where do we cut that apart? Looks like right here. And there it bends so I can snip it. It's like where you can see the strings. So you can So I'll put that, I think, there. Really liking that like that. Okay, and then I have this. I think this matches. It matches pretty close. I'm going to put it up here. Whoops. Put that there. So let's cut a little bit bigger. Trying to get it where it will lay down fairly flat so you don't lose any of the trim showing where it kind of curls around. And then I'm just going to scrunch that in, I think. Let's see what it looks like. So I have a pearl at the end. Oops. I don't think it's going to work. And then when I use this, I usually just take and like roll the edges up and fold it under so it lays nice and neat. Okay, and I'll just trim that little piece off that's sticking up. Okay, and just going to do the same thing, just roll it in. Okay, so we've got that. And this left to do. So I'm trying to think here what I want to do. Okay, I went and got a doily. I think I'm going to put it here. Oh, I cut a piece of a doily off, so I'm going to put that there. And I brought my flowers over and try to get some flowers matched up here. It's too pink. I have a feeling I'm going to have, everything's going to be too pink. Those. Let's see here. And these I got at Michael's in the $1.50 bin. Those look like they're going to work. Take a piece of the paper and hold it over here might be easier. I just don't have any that are like that really, like the rose colored and the... I'd love to have some of that color, but I don't think I'm going to have, I don't have any rather. Oh, totally forgot. I have my Prima flowers I bought. Duh. Let's see here. Totally forgot about them. I had them covered up. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what we've got going. Okay. I like that one because it matches the paper. And this one. That one's just a tad too bright for what I'm wanting to do. I need some solid. Let's see here. Like that. I think I'm going to pull these out of here. This is, I think it's a magnolia flower from Wild Orchid Craft. So I just kind of play with those and see if I have anything else that might match. These are kind of yellow. I think those will work. Yeah, just a little bit. Are you okay? This one's brown. I don't know if it'll work or not. Yeah. It's not calling my name, I guess. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go with this. I'll put the doily down. Burn myself yet again. Okay, let's see here how we want these. Kind of play around with them. This dark one, see if I like it any better. Okay, still not finding one that I like. It's speaking to me. Let's see, here's this one. Kind of scrunch it up. Let me get some ribbon. Okay, so let's make a bow out of some trim. Oops, it came unraveled, so we're not okay, so, and this is my Zetter Bow-It-All, and it's what I always use for my bows. And you just wrap it around the pegs. And I found out they have another one out, and you can do you can do a triple layer. And what I like to do is I like to go ahead and cut my tail, and then I like double tails, so I like to cut another piece and then wrap it around this. And then, let's see here, get my fingers to work. And then just kind of hold on to the tails from the other one, and then kind of pull them, you know, pull them together. And then that way you can get a good tight bow. And then voila, there's your bow. I just think it's the greatest thing ever. So get my tails. Let's go ahead and trim these off. Okay. Put this on here. Okay, let's put this out of the way. Sure. Okay, so pull this back, pull this back up, and I'm going to stick the bow right there. I like that to kind of fill in the space. Okay, we'll put our flowers. I'll use a lot of glue. there. I just kind of put that on there. So then I've got a bow there. I'll play around with that a little bit and how it lays. There we go. And trim it off a little bit more. So there, I pretty much have it done. I'm you know, going to add my goodies to it and make the things to go inside. But so tell me what you think. I'll try to speed this up before I put it on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.